roll, shot, who cares? Take, who cares? We don't care.
We don't care.
We don't care. All right, so listen. I'm just saying, episode 4, we gonna slate this bitch. I guess that's how we do it.
That's
right?
how we do it.
We gonna slate this bitch. I had a wonderful conversation with your son today.
Okay.
And I guess we'll go with musicianship, artistry, and this era of music.
You mean like the Michael Jackson versus Prince?
We won't do that.
Okay.
Because that's just not a good argument.
No.
But since you brought it up.
It's two different type of artists, isn't it? In a way?
No, it isn't.
No?
Well, it's two different type of artists, but in the same era.
In the same era.
Right.
Right.
And I would never say that Prince is better than Mike, nor would I say that Mike is better than Prince.
But the media put them against each other, do you think?
They did. And Prince did the noble thing and stepped back. It was like, I'm not even competing with this cat. Yeah. First of all, because he was better than him anyway.
Oh, ooh. Ooh.
I didn't want to go there.
Oh, but
I did it.
But Michael had more hits. Well, Michael
had bigger hits.
Bigger hits.
Yeah, he had bigger hits.
Right.
He had bigger hits.
Right. Ooh.
But that's why I ain't going there. I'm a Prince fan. I'll always be a Prince fan. I was never a Michael Jackson fan.
You was never a Michael Jackson fan?
Never.
You didn't like Off the Wall?
Well, I would say this. See, there we go.
Mm-hmm.
When I was in elementary school, Off the Wall, I had an 8-track.
Off the Wall was everything.
Everything.
Right. I would say questionably better than Thriller.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
She's out of my life.
Yeah.
Best song ever made.
Right.
By Michael Jackson. I cried every time he cried. Shit.
So Thriller was good too.
Thriller was great.
Right. And it's like so far ahead of all other records, it might never be matched.
I think Bad was almost, if you look at song per song, Bad was kind of better.
Bad is the weaker of the three to me.
Really?
I was.
That's the one that had a Liberian girl on it.
Yeah, let's say the 4. I might say.
You went 4. I'm like, how was he got?
Because I'm going to include Dangerous.
Dangerous was dope too. Though.
Dangerous was dope too.
Dope.
So in those 4 albums, I would put Bad 4.
Really? Mm-hmm. We gotta look it up. I don't even know the.
Even though my favorite song was on Bad. You're just another part of me. That was a dope ass song.
Come on.
That was a dope ass song.
So we gotta put. I don't know the discography.
Oh yeah, let's pull it up.
For Michael Jackson. Again, because I was not a Michael Jackson fan.
You sound like one.
I was a Prince fan.
What are we talking about? Bad?
We were talking about Bad. Yeah, Bad as opposed to and just look up the songs.
Right.
The songs.
Bad tracks. Of course, they're showing me a list of like bad tracks.
Right.
Not
Michael Jackson bad.
Right.
I'm gonna have to call you one of your kids to hook me up. I don't know what I'm doing. This ain't working for me.
So we had Bad. Then we had Malik's favorite song, Speed Demon. Mm-hmm. Then Just Good Friends. I never heard that one.
Oh shit! Dude.
Man in the Mirror. Oh man, that's a dope ass song.
Dope ass song.
That one actually tears me up every time I hear that one.
Well, and it should.
Yeah. Then we got Dirty Diana.
Yeah.
And then of course when we get married to media, don't just leave me alone. And then you got The Way You Make Me Feel, which is a good one. Mm-hmm. I like that video. And then Another Part of Me was the Disney. Mm-hmm. That's my favorite one. And I Just Can't Stop Loving You. Smooth Criminal.
Oh, come on.
Smooth Criminal.
Come on.
That video was dope.
I Just Can't Stop Loving You, though.
That was dope, too.
Everybody skip over that song. That's a beautiful ballad.
They do. You may have a point here. It's a good one. But Dangerous was awesome, too, though.
Go to Dangerous.
Dangerous was the shit.
Here's the problem. When you talk about Michael Jackson, is there ever a bad album?
That's true.
The same with Prince. Is there ever a bad album? It may be styles you don't care to hear from them.
Right.
Prince never had a bad album in his life. Ever.
I don't know about that.
Never.
I don't know about that.
Never.
Don't know about that.
What? I'll say this. He delved into other projects that when he did that world shit where he had like all instrumental and it was
he's like Miles Davis, where Miles Davis was like, I'm bored with this.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna do something different.
Yeah.
Because what did he create? Funk, jazz, or some shit?
What the fuck was this jazz called? It was
because he created it.
Yeah, it was it wasn't funk, it was don't give me the line. But I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, just weird noises.
It was weird, right.
And you're like, what? But he got awards for that.
Yeah,
like,
he did.
Like, why? I can't even listen to it. I can listen to it, but I'm like, I don't know.
You know what I'm listening to?
What is this? So an artist, they're always trying to push. And sometimes Prince's albums was just like, I'm just pushing. This is what I feel right now. This is what you get.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. The musicianship he did was kind of It wasn't bad.
Because they don't want to be in a bubble. They're like, I don't want to keep doing this.
Right. Well, who does,
Right,
though?
right. That's like telling me to keep doing the same movie. Oh,
right.
Warren, that movie's great. Keep doing the same movie.
Or it's like when you go to the same job every day.
Right.
Why do we not stay at the same job for 50 years?
Or telling you to do the same workout.
Right. That ain't going to happen. I came to work out I did last week.
What's the one with those girl names? CrossFit?
Oh, all of I love all the girls' names.
Right.
Annie, Nicole, Amanda.
Imagine just doing Annie all the time. You can do nothing else but Annie. Like, come on, Dwayne, keep doing Annie. You do it so well. All the time. Nothing else.
What, though?
Well, you do it. But you know what? But on the side, you do something else, though.
Oh, always. Off camera.
Right.
Right.
I can't do it. I got to do something else. Right.
Oh, you got me thinking now.
But it's not good for your muscles, right? Didn't you say you got to shock your muscles? You can't keep doing the same thing.
Well, no, I'm just thinking about because I'm like, could I do that same workout every day? I love her. Annie Sakamoto.
What is Annie?
Annie Sakamoto is my favorite.
Really?
My favorite CrossFitter ever. It's 50, 40, 30, 20, 10 of double unders and sit-ups.
The fact that you even know this is crazy. You know it by heart what it is.
Yes, Annie Sakamoto. I love her.
Uh-huh. And what
50, 40, 30, 20, 10 of double unders and sit-ups. I can do that every day because it don't take but like 5. It don't take more than 5 minutes.
Golly.
Do 50 double unders, 50 sit-ups, 40 double unders, 40 sit-ups, 30 double unders, 30 sit-ups. It's a beautiful.
Right.
It works on everything.
That's everything?
Except for strength. It doesn't work on strength.
Right.
But balance, timing, cardiovascular. It works on everything.
Wow.
I love that workout. I love Eddie.
So you could do something every day.
I could do that workout every day. That's my favorite CrossFit workout.
So maybe you're not an artist. You're an entertainer.
I am an entertainer because I'm not an artist. My brain is like, thank you, give me that. I love it.
Right.
I'm gonna hold it and cherish it.
Right.
When an artist be like, that was it.
Right.
I'll move on to something else.
And that's back to what you were saying with Naeem, where you were saying, well, Michael Jackson was great because he could sing and dance, but he didn't write his music. Right. And I don't know, did he even what do you call it? He did produce. He did some writing and some producing. Oh, he did some writing and some
producing? Yeah. Okay. I was looking, if you look at the Thriller album, he did some writing on Thriller.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he did.
Because I heard there was a beef between him and
because he did some production, but Quincy did the major part.
And he said Quincy basically took all of the
took all the rights from it. Yeah.
Right.
But at least in Wikipedia, we use Wikipedia as our
You look back at this is back in the era where they would do like a few tracks, and that's the whole album. 9 tracks on Thriller. That's it.
No, it isn't. No, that's the... Yeah, I think it's 9. Yeah,
9.
Yeah.
Want to be starting something. Yeah. Baby Be Mine.
Want to be starting something dope. What Baby Be
Thriller,
Mine dope.
Beat It.
Thriller,
Billie
dope.
Jean.
Beat It,
Human Nature. Oh, my Lord.
Oh, my God. Come on.
PYT. Oh, no one. And then The Lady of My Life.
Oh, dope.
Album done. Biggest selling album of all time.
All time.
So to all artists out in the future, just do 9 tracks.
Or just do 9 great tracks. Because you can't say do 9
instead of doing 16 okay tracks,
right.
Do 9 really
great tracks.
Ooh.
And then
less is more.
Then you got to think about, did they ever think they was sitting there saying, we got the best-selling album ever?
I know.
Because I don't think they did.
Because I think Joel, a fanatic, he said the album was moving kind of slow at first. And then, was it Billie Jean that hit?
I want to say Billie Jean... If you look at the way they were released, Thriller was released damn near the end. They released Billie Jean. I got all the songs on my damn head. It's fucking me. But anyway, I think Thriller was like the 3rd or 4th song they released off the album.
That makes sense.
And then it went.
Remember it. Right.
Because again, I was that kid rushing back home to watch the Thriller video.
Right.
Because it was amazing.
It was crazy. That's what everybody talked about.
Right.
Because no one ever did that. No one ever said, let's make a movie out of a music video.
Right.
Let's go over the top with it.
Right. But even though, if you talk about the Billie Jean is not. Oh, dude. I'm trying to think when he was stepping.
Oh, that's right. If I remember correctly now, Billie Jean was a hit.
Yes.
But when he did Motown 25, that's when it went over the top.
Dude, that nigga threw that hat. Oh.
Yeah. Motown 25, that broke the mold. Because you got white folks watching.
I was never a Michael Jackson. I was I go back to the wall. I go back to the Jackson 5. I was raised on that shit. But for me, my step into myself, I was a Prince guy. But I was like, that goddamn Michael Jackson. That nigga.
But it's important that I say that's when white folks were watching because MTV wasn't playing black music.
Michael Jackson was the first one.
First one. And from what I learned, Michael Jackson was the first one because of Rick James complaining about MTV.
Wow.
Rick James was like, I'm a star. I got hits. I'm breaking world records. You won't play my videos, but you're playing all these other videos. And he went public with it. MTV got really mad, and they wouldn't play his stuff. So they said, fine, we'll start playing more black music. And they went to Michael Jackson.
Wow.
Not playing his particular sound and his particular songs. And that is a problem for him and one that I recognize. And I'd love to play Rick James on MTV if he did a rock and roll song.
I mean, there are a lot of white kids that put on MTV and say, yeah, where's Stevie Wonder? Where's Marvin Gaye? Where's Rick James? You know, where are all these acts? Next to my Billy Joel record is Rick James. And next to my Van Halen record, there's Earth, Wind, and Fire. And next to my AC/DC record, there's, maybe Aretha Franklin, Diana Ross or something. Where are these people? I mean, don't we exist?
Rick James got a beef with everything. He had beef with Prince, too.
Yep. He said Prince would open for him.
Right.
And then Prince would, like, watch what he was doing and then do that the next time for his opening. Like,
goddamn, Rick. Maybe we need to listen to Rick James more.
Right.
Super freak. But then he was very popular on MTV, though.
Who?
Rick James. Super Freak played heavy on MTV.
Yeah.
I was an MTV kid.
Yeah.
After Michael Jackson, though.
Yeah.
Super Freak. Super Freak.
You watch the documentary, one of his friends told him, said, the people at MTV hate you, and they're just not going to play your music. Because you call them out. You know what I mean?
They played Super Freak.
Let me tell you, it was weird because I grew up in Connecticut, and there was no BET in Connecticut at that time.
Right, we didn't have BET in Ohio.
Right, so I go down to Montgomery after Disney World, stop in Montgomery, visit mom's family, and I'm watching TV, and all of a sudden I'm seeing all these videos to black songs I'm listening to. Didn't even know that there was a video to it. You know what I mean?
Maybe they were.
Love is a House.
Maybe I'm mixing it up. Maybe I was watching BET.
Tender Love.
Yo.
I'm sitting here, I'm mind blown. Like, they have a video for that? You're right.
Holding me close to.
Right.
Wait. So I did have BET.
You did. We didn't. I went back home like, oh, wow.
Because my dad was like adamant, like, I am not paying for television.
Really?
So maybe we did. Maybe he did. He just didn't tell us. He was like, well, we could watch this shit when we can. I don't know.
Right.
Yeah. We had BET. We had BET. In Ohio. We had BET. When I was 13, 14. Yeah.
So we talked about Michael, and then comes Prince out of nowhere. Now, for me, the first time I saw
Prince came out of nowhere, though.
Well, for me, he did. I mean, obviously he didn't, right? Because he came out, 79, 78?
Yeah,
Right. I didn't know anything about Prince. Yeah. I'm watching R&B hits, and all of a sudden, Little Corvette comes on.
Oh, wow.
Blew my mind.
Little Red Corvette.
Yeah.
That was a controversy album, but he already had Prince and For You.
Yeah.
He already had 2 albums.
I didn't know anything about that.
I knew them.
All I heard was Little Red Corvette, and I was like, this is the most amazing androgynous person. I mean, at that time, I didn't even know what androgynous meant.
Right.
But I knew something was wrong.
Something was weird.
Because I was like, he's cool, but he's
wearing women's clothes.
And he's wearing like he's a prince. Like he had that jacket. It was just so like, what is going on here? But back then, a lot of stuff was weird because Jimi Hendrix was weird to me. He was creepy to me.
Why?
I don't know. Something about him. He was always like that high look he had on his face. And the weird stuff he was doing. Remember he had the guitar on fire and he's like praying to it. Yeah. All that stuff. I'm a kid. I'm like, what's wrong with this guy?
He was high. And, he was high.
And then he's playing. He's like this. He's all like.
Because he was high.
Yeah. And look at his lips. look at his face.
Because he was high.
Right. I didn't know what that meant.
Playing a guitar with his face.
Now imagine. No. He was licking his face because he would put what's that stuff that what's it LSD? Okay. He put it in his headband so that when he sweat, it would leak down into his face. So all you gotta do is lick his face, and he can get high. So to a kid who don't know anything about drugs,
well, I didn't know he was doing that.
I'm looking at someone just eyes closed, licking his face. I'm like, what is wrong with this guy? That's what I saw.
But if you just closed your eyes with him, it's fucking amazing.
I turned the channel.
It's fucking amazing.
I literally turned. So
somebody posted on Facebook, and they had like pick 3 you want to be alive to this day. And I'm not going to name all 12 because I can't.
Right.
But one of them was Michael, Prince, Jimi Hendrix, Janis Joplin, Bob Marley, Elvis, David Bowie. Who else was on there?
I agree with all those.
Yeah, but I wouldn't want them to be alive.
You wouldn't?
I wouldn't.
Why?
So for me, my pick was I would like to see Bob, Jimi Hendrix, and then my third one was I wanted those 2. I think
Elvis.
Fuck it. And fuck Bowie.
I love Bowie.
Well, my third was Prince.
You don't like Bowie?
Bowie was cool.
Yeah.
Bowie was cool.
Bowie was awesome.
But here's why I thought my first 2. Obviously Bob, because Bob made political change.
He's my favorite.
Made political change.
Hands down.
Could you imagine if that nigga never died?
I know.
Oh my God.
I know.
But then again, someone would say maybe he's more influential because he did die.
No, they die at their peak, then they can't be tarnished.
Right.
Right.
And then Jimi Hendrix. That nigga.
4 years.
4 years. With no training. Came from a Marine.
Yeah.
Playing a guitar upside down.
Upside down.
He's left-handed.
Yeah, because the wrong way, yeah.
Upside down.
I shocked my daughter. I said, Tupac died less than a year when he got out of prison.
Yeah.
And she's like, what? I said, so you're talking about Me Against the World was before he went to prison. He gets out of prison, does All Eyes on Me, then he dies. Yeah. And then Machiavelli drops.
Right.
So, but he dies inside of a year.
Right.
From the moment he gets released.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And it was
fast.
Because it wasn't Janis Joplin. I didn't want to choose Mike because Mike did, in my opinion, Mike had his decline.
Right.
Prince.
You're right.
I just don't think Prince ever got his respect, in my opinion.
I think Prince had his decline too.
He did. Oh no, he had a definite decline. I just don't think he had his respect.
Really?
I just don't think he did.
You think he was overshadowed by MJ?
Definitely. Not necessarily overshadowed. It was just that his artistry just wasn't appreciated as much.
Yeah.
Because he was so crazy out there. Like you said, you got this guy in leotards and spandex, well, not spandex, but fishnet stockings and high heel shoes and garter belts and G-strings. But it was just like, you took that and you never looked at his artistry for what it was.
Right. Right.
This guy said, I come with, but you know what? I own all my shit. But he never really did that either. It's just so, it's so crazy.
The music industry is just as crooked as the film industry.
It's worse, I think.
I don't own my movies and you don't own your tracks.
Right.
That's why it was a big move when, what's his name? The piano guy, Ray Charles, said, yeah, I'll move over to your label, but I have to own my masters. And they're like, no one does that. Right? That's not the game. That's like me going to Paramount and say, hey, Warren, we want to do your movie. That's like, cool, I want to own a movie.
Right.
So you want us to pay for it? Yes. But then you want to own it?
Yes.
Correct.
Yeah.
Right. Like, huh? That's how we're supposed to be screwing you over.
Right. And that's the terrible part, too, is that, so did they walk into the industry thinking we're going to fuck everybody over? So I try to think altruistic. That
yeah, I agree with you. I know where you're going. Yeah, I agree.
The bottom line is that we want to create or we want to present something that everybody can enjoy.
Right.
And then it starts making money. Where do you turn? Where's the turn to say, fuck you, pay me? That's the part that bothers me.
I understand the studio saying, great, you have an idea.
Yes.
But we're the ones taking the large L.
Yes.
Because we're putting up all this millions and millions of dollars of money.
Yes.
But at a certain point, after you get your money back, some portion of it should go to the artist.
Right.
If the artist did more than just direct.
Right.
In my opinion.
If you look at we talk about director fees. You say you get 5% of the budget.
Right.
To me that's still bullshit. Because you get 5% of the budget,
10
or 10% of the budget. So you do a $25 million film. You get $2.5 million. But the film sells $1 billion, and you get nothing.
And that's only if I'm the writer director. If I'm just director, it's less than that.
And that's bullshit.
Well, no, but now, the more famous you get, the more you can just straight out command. Off
so
the rip.
now I'm gonna make a turn in. We talk about Francis Ngannou with the UFC. So his last fight, he just won the UFC heavyweight championship belt. He got paid $600,000.
Wow, nothing.
Tyson Fury. Do you know who he is?
Yes, of course. Yeah.
You know who he is?
Yeah.
He fought Deontay Wilder.
Yeah.
He got paid.
Knocked him out.
Yeah, got paid $30 million.
He got paid $30 million?
$30 million.
How much did Deontay get?
I don't know.
I hope it was, since he's a champion, I hope it was at least
Deontay
equal.
lost. No. Tyson Fury was the champion.
Oh.
And he beat Deontay Wilder and got $30 million.
Okay, hold on. That's right.
Because that was the third fight.
That's right, because the third fight.
Yeah, it was the third fight. Deontay had the belt. Mm-hmm. They both had belt. Mm-hmm. And then Tyson Fury beat him. Yep. Then they redid it again. Mm-hmm. Tyson knocked him out. Mm-hmm. The third fight, Tyson Fury got $30 million. Mm-hmm. Francis Ngannou, champion, UFC, $600,000.
Do you think that's because of the draw?
That's the argument. Is he not bringing in more fans?
I can't pay you what I'm not collecting.
But if you look at the numbers for numbers, the last Deontay Wilder fight with Tyson Fury had the exact same numbers.
Did it really?
Not the exact same. They didn't sell it. They had an 18,000 seat arena, didn't sell it out. Mm-hmm. And the pay-per-view was around the same as Francis Ngannou.
Wow. And he only got
$600,000.
So that means Dana was like, payday.
Dana's argument is the difference between UFC and boxing is that the UFC has a staff. We got to pay everybody that works for us. Boxing is independent. Mm-hmm. As a boxer, you pay for your promoter. Mm-hmm. Your promoter promotes your fight. There is no WBC, whatever the fuck you call them, head who runs it.
That's not really a good excuse.
I don't think so either.
Because the promoter has a staff. And the network that puts it on has a staff. And they got to pay them. They ain't paying them with air. They got to pay them with money coming from this whole gimmick. Right.
That's where I come from. Right. I'm like, Dana's fucking all these niggas. Dana fucking everybody, in my opinion. Because Dana got, 1.3 million when they sold it over to whatever unit they sold it, 1.3 or 1.
He sold it?
The UFC got sold.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, the brothers, I can't say them niggas' names. They sold it for $1 billion.
Oh, wow.
And Dana got like 15-20%. He got paid.
So he still runs it, though?
He's the promoter.
Okay.
President promoter.
Okay.
And my argument was, does any of those fighters get any promotion points?
Of course not.
Of course not.
Right.
Of course not.
Right.
That's Dana money. And I'm like, well, Dana, why you want... Oh, because they ain't Conor McGregor. Nigga. You cheated every UFC, in my opinion. You cheated. I'm just saying. Let me go back to I'm just saying. Because I'm just motherfucking saying. I'm just motherfucking saying Dana White is on bullshit. He want to comment, well, didn't nobody bring the numbers Conor McGregor brought. You right. They didn't. But you know what? You didn't allow nobody the same rights you gave Conor fucking McGregor.
What do you mean? When
Conor McGregor won, when he knocked out my boy, Jose Aldo with one punch, pow, now one nigga out. One punch. He never defended the fucking belt.
Disputed UFC featherweight champion of the world.
Not one fight.
Really?
Not one fight. His very next fight was for the championship at 155. He knocked old boy out. I can't think of his damn name. Knocked that nigga out. His very next fight. Knocked that nigga out. His very next fight was against Floyd Mayweather.
So he wins, does one fight, and then fights Floyd. And then
he never defended a belt. Jose Aldo defended his belt 5 times. He asked, can I go up in weight because I have a problem cutting down to this weight? Can I go up in weight and fight for the belt? Dana's response to him was, you can, but you have to relinquish your belt and fight your way back up to the top.
That sounds fair.
That ain't what he did with goddamn Conor McGregor.
Conor McGregor changed weight?
Conor McGregor went, I told you, he fought Jose Aldo. Now Jose Aldo one punch. His very next fight, he went up in weight to 155. He fought, what the fuck is it?
And he still had the belt?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yes. Beat him. His very next fight was against fucking Floyd Mayweather.
Erroneous.
Then he came back and he fought Nate Diaz. He beat Nate. No, he lost to Nate.
And that's in the higher weight.
in 170.
Okay.
Because he said, well, nobody want to fight me and blah, blah, blah. Mm-hmm. But.
Is he still fighting?
No. His last, he's still on the books. His last fight, he broke his goddamn leg.
That's right.
He ain't won a fight since, what the fuck is his goddamn name? Frankie Edgar. Frankie Edgar at 155. He ain't won a fight since then. Well, they say he won against Nate Diaz, but I don't believe that. In my opinion, he got his ass whooped. In my opinion. But that's just my opinion.
But they gave him the win?
Yeah. And, well, because he lost to Floyd. He beat Nate Diaz. And then, he beat Donald Cerrone. He beat Donald Cerrone. Which, again, my favorite fighter ever. I love Donald Cerrone. I will say this to everybody, anywhere, any day. If Donald Cerrone walked up to me and said, fuck you, nigga, in my face, as a black man, I'd be like, I still love you, though, dog. I still love you, though, dog.
Why?
He could walk up in my face and say, fuck you, nigger, with an R, E-R. Fuck you, nigger. I'm like, Donald, you my dog. You my dog. This dude will fight anybody, anywhere, any day. He don't give a fuck. Any fighter, anywhere, any day, he don't give a fuck.
So you be Samuel Jackson's character in Django to him.
I never watched Django, so I don't know. I never watched Django, so I don't know. But what I will say, if Donald Cerrone was like, fuck you, E-R, in my face.
You like, okay, I love you.
My dog. Plus, that nigga whooped my goddamn ass so bad. But no, that nigga game.
His name sounds like he's Spanish. What is that?
I don't know.
What's his last name?
Cerrone.
I don't know. Hell, that is.
Nah, he a rich white boy. I'm just calling it what it is. He a rich white boy that lived with his grandparents. Grandma, build me a gym. All right, here you go, gym. Grandma, buy me some property. Here you go. Rich white boy. But the nigga gang.
But he's good.
He's washed. He's washed.
Oh, okay.
Because trauma, just head trauma.
They wash real early, don't they? Because boxing, they do 20 years.
There ain't too many of them do 20 years.
Well, how long Muhammad Ali boxed? From the 60s to the 80s. That's 20.
He was washed in the 70s.
All boxers are washed by the end of their career. Every single one of them.
No, but he was washed in the 70s. He just hung around. After, well, hold on. So what year did he fight? See, now you got me thinking now. That, I can't think about it.
Talking about Foreman?
There you go, Foreman. What year was that?
That was in the early 70s, 73?
No. Not Foreman. Then who was I talking about? You had Foreman. Then you had the one where everybody forget he was heavyweight champ because he knocked Ali out. And he was calling the ref over.
You talking about Larry Holmes?
Larry Holmes, right. What year was that? That was in the 80s.
That was 80s.
Right.
Like 83, 82?
Right. And he was washed.
Yeah, of course.
Washed.
Yes.
Washed.
Yes.
We only talk about Ali because he knocked out the Spinks. Leon Spinks. Michael Spinks. Which one was it? Leon.
Was it Leon Spinks?
Leon Spinks. Because Michael Spinks was lighter weight.
Right.
Yeah.
You said we only talk about Muhammad because of Leon Spinks?
Well, no, because obviously back then when he,
right.
But when he was getting washed, he knocked out Michael Spinks. There we go. Michael Spinks. Like I said, Leon. Michael Spinks. Right. I ain't got no teeth.
Right. But
he knocked Ali out.
Right. I mean, Ali was great. Like all of them are great, but they all fight too long.
All of them.
All fight.
The only one that didn't fight too long was Lennox Lewis.
Yeah.
Lennox Lewis did his thing.
And Marvin Hagler, he quit too. He quit as soon as he
But
lost.
he didn't quit as a winner. He quit as a loser.
Oh, that's so ugly the way you say that though. I mean that he didn't agree with the loss to Sugar Ray. And
right. He quit as a loser.
Right.
That's not. Who gives you accolades for that?
What do you mean?
I don't give you accolades for quitting with a loss. You quit.
Everybody
Fuck
quits
you.
with a loss. Every single boxer quits with a loss.
No. Hold on. We were talking about those who quit or didn't quit soon enough. I say Lennox Lewis, when he quit, he's a champ. I'm done. Marvin Hagler, my favorite boxer. But that nigga quit
on an L.
with a loss.
Right.
Even though he won, in my opinion, he won the fight.
Yeah.
But you quit on a loss. You just quit. So fuck you. You don't count.
Why?
You don't count.
How do you not count? He didn't keep. My argument is he didn't keep fighting past his prime. He felt like he was cheated, and he was.
Right. So
he said, "I'm done."
But you know what he didn't do? Redeem his goddamn self.
Well, he basically felt like, how am I going to redeem myself if Sugar Ray is fighting with the crowd? I can't beat that.
How about you walk in that bitch and knock that nigga the fuck out?
Well, he's not obligated to that.
No, he isn't. So then, take your plight as you fucking are a quitter. You're a quitter.
Wow.
Again.
That's just unnecessary.
I love him more than Sugar Ray.
Mm-hmm.
Marvin Hagler is my favorite fighter.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't put him with them. Because you quit. You quit.
At the end of the day, it's just your record. Doesn't matter when you quit. It's just your record.
Look at his record.
His record's good.
How many championships he got?
Let's look at Marvin Hagler's record.
Look at his record. What I do know is after he lost a controversial loss, he quit. Fuck him.
That just seems very rude.
It is rude, but I don't care. It's competition. If we make concessions for everybody who got their feelings hurt for whatever reason, then
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying like just because someone quit on an L doesn't mean that they're a loser. It just means that that's just when they quit.
No, but he quit on a fucking L.
Doesn't matter to me. It doesn't matter.
Why does that not matter?
Because it doesn't.
I mean, we were talking about those who should have quit or would have quit or whatever. I look at Muhammad Ali should have quit way earlier.
Yes.
That's why he was fucking washed.
When he first said he retired, he should never came back.
That's why he was washed. Mm-hmm. And I would say Muhammad Ali was washed.
Mm-hmm.
When you talk about Hagler, he wasn't washed. Mm-hmm. He just fucking quit.
But he had 67 fights.
So
that's not quitting at the beginning. Not even quitting in the middle.
When it comes to boxing, he needs to have 100 fights.
No.
Yes.
Look at all these riders, all these riders. Look at all these fighters. Most of them are in their 60s, 60 fights.
Okay.
So he's right there with the.
Okay, so what's your point?
Saying he quit at the peak of his career. True.
The peak of his career.
But his career isn't tarnished by him quitting.
Yes, it is.
I disagree.
How many?
Because
how many championships did he get? Look at the championships.
I don't know. I can't see it on here.
Well, you look it up. Where you find all his fights, look at all his championships.
Why does his championships?
Because hold on, anybody can have I fought 1,000 motherfuckers, and my record is 0 for 1,000.
His undisputed middleweight championship reign of 6 years, 7 months is the second longest active reign in the history.
Second.
That's great.
Great.
Then what are you tarnishing?
Great. It is great.
Right.
But you know what?
What?
He quit. He ain't first.
Everybody can't be
first.
Everybody can't be first.
Who's first?
I don't know.
Okay. Look it up. Right there. Who's first?
Probably Sugar Ray. Everybody can't be first, though. So
no, everybody can't be first.
Right.
And I'm not trying to...
we already know who it is. It's what you call it?
I don't know.
Pound for pound, the greatest. One who flashes the money all the time. Still fighting today. Who fought Conor McGregor?
You talking about Floyd?
Yeah.
It's a different weight class. Floyd was lighter than him.
Floyd's not middleweight?
No, I don't know. Again, I don't know.
Floyd's middleweight. This is middleweight. Yeah.
I don't know.
Let me look at. Now I gotta look at Floyd.
You gotta look it up. I don't think so though. Floyd fought at like 145, 150 at the best. Because you know and that's what. And so now it goes back to with boxing. Boxing is all about 2 or 3 pounds.
You're right. He's twice at welterweight. He fights lightweight, light welterweight, and light middleweight. Middleweight. So he's light.
Yeah,
he's a little guy.
Yeah, he's small. Yeah, it's my size.
Yeah, he's 5'8".
Yeah,
Jeez.
But he fight at 145. He's my size.
Wow.
And Floyd will whoop my ass on a good day every day. On a bad day every day.
He's a trained fighter.
He's a trained fighter. Whoop
right.
my ass. Well, no, Warren, because
well, I mean,
he'll whoop your ass too.
Wait a minute, we're talking about you guys have the same weight dispensary.
He'll whoop your ass too.
Yeah, he probably will. Because he's trained right now. I ain't done nothing.
Floyd ain't fighting what? Well, he did fight the Logan boy.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever.
Yeah.
To a draw.
And he still trains right now.
Yeah. Well, Floyd never stopped training.
Mm-mm.
Never stopped training.
No. How am I gonna even have a chance against someone who never stops training? Now, we'll go back to dangerous ground again. Will he beat The Rock?
In a boxing match? No.
Oh, hold on.
In a boxing match, no.
Right.
No. In a boxing match, no.
Right.
No. I will give weight and reach. But then again,
there you go.
He's too damn big. The Rock is too big for Floyd. I'm looking at myself. I'm right.
Floyd will be accurate and stinging. But all you need is that one.
And not only that, all you need is for him to grab him and hold him.
Yeah, and then
you
fights
carry the weight.
And then fights. Yeah, and they do that on purpose. They just put the weight on it. Yeah. Right. But then and then there's just the lucky stuff. You know what I mean?
I would never give The Rock a lucky punch. No, The Rock would not knock out Floyd Mayweather.
No,
never.
No, I'm talking about the other way around.
What?
Floyd might get a good punch in, but he's not really a powerful puncher.
He's not a powerful puncher, right? That's why I'm like, no.
Because I just rewatched George Foreman versus Frazier, and he just beat the hell out of Frazier. Just
he did.
Beat the brakes off.
Damn, I'm thinking about it, he did.
Oh my God, I was watching that fight, and I was just like, oh, this is painful to watch. Right.
But
because Frazier has so much heart.
Right. He wouldn't stop.
Frazier's like, you can just kill me.
Right.
I'm gonna keep getting up.
Right.
You know what I mean? I think he got knocked down 7 times in 2 rounds. 7 times. If I'm wrong, it's 5. It's 5 or 7 times in 2 rounds.
Right.
And then his side threw in the towel. So no, man, dude, you're getting killed.
And that's what made Ali even better because he did beat Foreman.
Right.
With the rope-a-dope.
Right.
This got him tired.
Right.
This guy, and went to the hospital. Fucked up.
Fucked up. Yeah. Just let him punch himself out.
Let him punch himself. All he had to do is move, and he gonna fall.
Right. Right.
Oh.
That was it. Well, it was a cross.
Right.
A right cross, something like that.
Right.
And Foreman's like, I'm done.
Done.
Yeah. I'm so exhausted. It's so hot here. Remember, because it was hot. They were on fire over there. I was like, I can't breathe.
Right.
Yeah.
And all he did was move off the ropes and threw a punch. It wasn't like he was like, bang, bang, bang.
Foreman would get in the ropes, and he would just let Foreman punch, because Foreman does bolos.
Right.
He doesn't throw straight jabs. He throws these big old bolo punches. So Ali's like, I'll just eat these L's. I'll just eat them up, and then when you're exhausted, I'm just gonna take you down. And did it. Amazing. Yeah. Brains over brawn.
And then part of it, like, well, that's why he ain't got no brains no more. Well, he died with no brains.
Well, he wouldn't take medicine either.
Right.
All right.
Because of Islam.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, we ain't gonna talk about Parkinson's disease.
But what do you think about that? Like, my son had a question. He was like, they don't like the black activists then, so currently. But later on, 20 years later, they praise him as being like a great person. Like, for example, Martin Luther King was not liked back then.
No.
As a matter of fact, the president said, slow down. He said, I can't slow down. And then they released Jackie Onassis audio, and she didn't like him. She didn't like Martin Luther King.
Right.
She thought he was a troublemaker. And then, of course, J. Edgar Hoover said that he's the most dangerous person in America.
Yep.
And so they started, spying on him, all that kind of stuff like that. But then today, they say he's one of the greatest Americans ever. And then they'll use him to say, you guys should be more like him. Right. It's like, huh? You mean like dead? Right. What do you mean? Because you guys didn't like him then, and then you killed him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, of course they'll say, well, you didn't kill him, but that's a whole nother
position. But again, when you go back to, it hasn't changed. Because when you had Dwayne is one of these days, I'm gonna come here, I'm gonna be able to talk.
You talking about Colin Kaepernick? How they hate?
No, not Colin Kaepernick.
Okay.
I'm talking about for Cleveland basketball player LeBron James. And then you had the white bitch from Fox. Shut up and
dribble.
Dribble, right.
Look, there might be a cautionary lesson in LeBron for kids. This is what happens when you attempt to leave high school a year early to join the NBA. And it's always unwise to seek political advice from someone who gets paid $100 million a year to bounce a ball. Oh, and LeBron and Kevin, you're great players, but no one voted for you. Millions elected Trump to be their coach. So keep the political commentary to yourself, or as someone once said, shut up and dribble. We'll be right back.
Right. So it hasn't really changed.
No. It's never going to change.
Never,
20 years from now, they're going to say Colin Kaepernick was brave and courageous and
exactly.
standing up for,
It's already starting now.
Right.
It's starting now.
After they murked his career.
Right. He ain't got no job.
Right.
Right.
They're like, what a great sacrifice.
Right.
Great American.
All the nigga said was, can we address the issue that's going on?
Right. And then it just changed the narrative.
Change the entire narrative.
They're like, he's disrespecting soldiers. Like, what?
When he went to a soldier and said, what's the best way?
And the soldier, actually the soldier went to him.
Oh, you're right.
And went to him and said, if you kneel, it's not disrespecting the flag.
Right.
And
he was just sitting.
Right. And then they said, he's disrespecting the flag. Anyway.
Right.
And then the people who say he's disrespecting the flag are wearing hats with America on it.
The problem is, I had an argument with one of my homies I grew up with. And he was talking about citizenship and serving the country and blah, blah, blah. Mm-hmm. And I went down the lineage of my family who served in wars for this country, including myself. Mm-hmm. He had none in his family. He mentioned one who died and said, at least yours came back. Nigga, I got generations.
Right. Right.
Generations.
What does that mean, at least yours came back? Huh?
And when they do come back, they're disrespected.
My uncle came back from World War II and he was murdered.
Exactly. My grandfather came back and he was a second-class citizen. Mm-hmm. My dad came back, he still got spit on. Mm-hmm. I came back, and again, it's a different era, but still, the fuck? My brother served, what the fuck? Mm-hmm. Oh, at least your family came back.
My brother served too. Yeah.
At least your family, does that make a difference?
Right.
The fact is we all serve. Mm-hmm. But I tell you what, when yours come back, the response they get when they come back is way different. Mm-hmm. The response we get when we come back, and we stood side by side with y'all motherfuckers. Neck to neck, side by side. It didn't goddamn matter. When them bombs start flying, they ain't got white name, black name on that motherfucker.
You know what's weird that you said that? Because I was talking about World War II. That's my uncle came back home, and he's been deemed prideful wearing his uniform.
Right.
But there was an article I read which really intrigued me, where the black soldiers were over in Europe, and they were allowed to go into cantinas and bars and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And the white soldiers, American soldiers, their allies, had a problem with this.
Right.
Because in America back then, you couldn't, fraternize?
Or intermingle.
Right, intermingle.
Yeah.
So they had separate quarters and separate, right? But over there in Europe, they're allowed to do that.
Right.
And the white soldiers were complaining, you can't let the niggers in here.
Right.
Now, we're all fighting on the same side.
team.
And it got to a point where there was getting altercations.
Right.
And the town said, okay, we'll fix it. They said, how about you can't come in here? And then it got to a battle in the street where they lined up in the streets and they were fighting each other. The white soldiers fighting the black soldiers. Now, these are all American soldiers fighting each other. Because I feel like you should be segregated and demeaned under me.
Under me.
Right. And since this town isn't doing it, and you're abiding by this town, enjoying your freedoms, we're going to have an issue. And then the whoever superior officer would come in there and break it up and remove everybody from town.
That's that part.
That part right there, to me, is the story of America.
It is. As much as, and again, I don't like to talk bad about my America. Mm-hmm. I love America. I love America.
Yeah.
But we do have our issues.
Right.
And one of the biggest and the most dominant issues are race. When I was reading about slavery and when they abolished slavery, the abolitionists was like, we don't want them niggas to be slaves, but we don't want them niggas to live next to us either.
What did they say? That's that saying about the South and the North. Like,
what's that? You
can make all the money you want, but you can't live here. And then in the other area, you can't make all the money you want, but you can live here. Which one is it? I think in the North, you can live next to me, but you can't make more money than me. And then in the South, you can't live next to me, but you can make all the money you want.
Okay, that sounds about
both
right.
of them is like different versions of racism, right?
Right.
Wow.
Right.
What are you gonna do?
Right. What are you gonna do?
Right. And then that brings us to the elephant in the room today, which is CRT, critical race theory. And now they don't want it taught, or they do want it taught, or they don't want it taught.
Well,
what the hell is critical race theory, right?
I haven't heard any side saying that they want it taught. So outside of the black side.
Liberals, the white liberals have no problem with it. Okay. It's the conservatives and the right that says, no, this is more white man hate fever that you're trying to stir up.
They did a test.
They did a test.
Right. And just fill out the name as an individual, turn it in. Then fill the name with a different name. Same credentials. Everything.
Yep. They call them the European name.
Exactly.
The same thing with bank loans. They did the test with bank loans too.
Yep.
For a house loan. Mm-hmm. Same thing.
Yeah.
Nope, you can't get it.
Right.
Same credentials, white name.
Yep.
Here you go.
Yep.
And more money.
And more money.
More
credit. We got more credit. With more credit. Yeah.
More credit.
You got that. If Dave Chappelle didn't do that shit so well, when he talks about the advancement of white women, even though I lost my point. Anyway, even though he was, boosting them up, but all y'all bitches, all this crying and complaining, y'all bitches ain't included either. You're not included. When he was talking about the movement, what do they call it? The femme movement they had. When they had the femme movement, Just Me or the For Me or the
Me Too.
Me Too. There you go. Mm-hmm. He said, "How many of y'all fired y'all male promoter or whatever they call it? Mm-hmm. None of y'all fired y'all male dude you had running your male
the agent."
Right, yeah. Agent, right.
Right.
And got a female agent. None of y'all did that. Mm-hmm. None of y'all. Mm-hmm. So what are you talking about? Mm-hmm. And I was like, ooh.
That's complicated. There has to be one for you to fire one. And the one and you when you fire your great male agent, you got to replace that great male agent with a great female agent. You know what I'm saying?
But
there has to be someone.
But how about if you look at the power of the numbers? If you say all of the great female artists that have male artists, fuck y'all. We hiring females. That in and of itself, because my art is going to stand up for itself, regardless of my agent. My agent might make me, we do the numbers, $100,000, $1 million. Either way it go. One thing I ain't going to be is broke. But if I'm the best female in my craft, and I choose to get the best female to promote me or whatever, I don't think there's a loss. I don't think there's a loss there.
If the female agent is great, so like agents come in from companies, so like got Endeavor. So if you're with Endeavor and you're gonna fire your male agent, you got to find someone to replace that agent because the agent don't want to get you the gigs. So you could be like, I'm not gonna deal with this male agent anymore. I'm a female. Woman power. I want a female agent. And like, oh, you want Tiffany? Do you really want Tiffany? You know what I mean? Because Tiffany may not get a lot of shows. Because
so how can Tiffany not get shows that John can? Because they really want the artist and not John or Tiffany.
Because it's entertainment business is all about who you know and how you know them and the relationships. So John being a man in a man's world, this is the white man's world, then John obviously has a leg up on Tiffany. Does that make sense?
If John don't have the clients,
well, if John's the best, he would have the clients. He'd have all the clients. It's like a lawyer. Like there's great lawyers in the firm, and then there's okay lawyers in the firm. Then there's the guy who's like barely hanging on. You know what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying, but I'm saying if I'm looking at it from the talent perspective, if we're the best comedians in our genre or gender.
Right? Oh, so you're saying if I'm the best and I hire Tiffany, then by me being the best, Tiffany should get more calls for me to work.
Right.
Maybe. I don't want to get on.
Why not?
Well, I mean, Jamie Foxx says he has a story about like he wasn't getting a lot of stuff, so he fired his agent. This is Jamie Foxx. He's an A-list actor. So they're always firing agents and flipping agents if you're not delivering. It's like a real estate agent.
But I think
you're not getting me the house.
But I think it's about money more than it's about.
It's a lot of red tape in this.
Right.
This is very complicated.
Ain't nobody gonna sit here and say, "Oh, Jamie Foxx." Well, that's a lie too, though. Because as talented as he is, can he play something outside of a black character?
In today's Me Too world, you can, because now they're just casting anybody to play anything, which I don't like.
I love it.
I hate it.
I love it. Because why got to be a black character? Why got to be a white character? Why can't I just be the character?
If me being an artist, I don't want you to hold my paintbrush.
And I'm saying you as a artist, how about you be more liberal with your paintbrush?
If you want a liberal if you want a liberal painter, hire that liberal painter. If you want a black person in your movie or a white person in your movie, hire someone who's going to do that. But if you hire me, let me paint.
I'm saying,
for example, I'll give you an example. Okay, they say, "Hey, Warren, we want you to do Black Panther 3, but we're being inclusive, so we want white Wakandans."
And I would say that's fine because the whites assimilated into Wakanda. What we won't change is the ideal and the perspective of Wakanda.
Well, we also want Black Panther to be gay.
That's fine, as long as it doesn't lose what Wakanda is about. He can still be gay.
And we want XYZ. Do you see where this is going?
No.
So where this is going is, it's political now.
So
it's not the story anymore.
It is still the story.
No, it's not. It's all political. It's like we're now appeasing the audience. Whenever you make music, if you say what do they want, then you're already losing. You have to say, this is what I do. If I'm trying to be authentic and say, I'm doing a movie about Shaka Zulu, and I do this movie about Shaka Zulu, and I do the Zulus.
You can't compare it to music, though.
What do you mean?
You can't compare it to music.
I compare it to music because I'm an artist. And if I'm doing my music, or an artist, they literally say to the rapper or to the R&B singer, why don't you make it more pop, make it more commercial, for our audience. But by doing that, you're poisoning your own music. You know what I'm saying?
But I don't think those mediums are one and the same, because when it comes to music you can write a song and make it as ambiguous as you want to, because there is no visual. The listener creates the visual. When it comes to movies, you're showing a visual, so there's a difference.
No, I disagree. Lionel Richie went pop, and you can tell when he went pop. You can hear it. You can hear the transition.
The problem, what I'm saying is that yes, his style changed, but what I'm saying, you can hear the visual, not see the visual.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, of course. Obviously, we're talking about a different medium.
Right.
What I'm still saying is it's the producers, the outside forces controlling me, altering me for political reasons. And that is not fair to the artist. If I'm doing a Shaka Zulu movie and you're telling me that the Zulus should be white and Asians and this and that, that's like, what? Like this now the story is political. It's not. I'm not allowed to tell the story because you got your weird. I gotta appease these audience thing going on there. Now we got Asian Zulu members, and my Shaka Zulu.
My only argument
and his mother's Asian. And Shaka Zulu's gay.
My only argument would be is that if you do your Genghis Khan movie, is the mother black?
Okay.
If you're not appeasing all sides, then there's a problem. Don't force an appeasement if you're not doing it on all sides.
What do you mean? Elaborate, please, so I can understand.
So what I'm saying is that
you
said
right.
If you're doing Shaka Zulu and they want you to put an Asian person in there, don't do Genghis Khan and there are no Africans. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
so you're saying if you're gonna F it up across the board.
Across the board.
Well, how about not F it up? How about you let me be authentic?
Well, the problem with that is that it's who controls the puppet strings. If the Asian is not allowed to produce their own shit, work their own shit, put their own image out, or the Asian if the white man and the European isn't available, or isn't if they can't control their puppet strings, and only the African can say everywhere you go, everybody gotta be African. Everybody gotta be African. That's not fair.
It's not fair if you do that, but it's also not fair if you say, I'm trying to do this story and you're telling me how to do my story. If I want to paint a picture and you're giving me the paint that you want me to use, I can't use the paint I want to use, then you're really painting this painting.
Well, and they say, yes, we are. And that's why we get the most money for it.
We're back full circle, right?
Right, go ahead.
And that's the problem I have. That's the only problem I have with inclusion. It's like, inclusion is great when it's needed. You know what I mean? Like, if we're doing a general story, then yeah, multi-populate. But if I'm trying to do, if I want to do certain things certain way, as long as I'm not disrespecting someone, don't stand on my neck. It's back to the whole thing with name your child what I tell you name your child, because be inclusive.
So that's, you know, I'm trying to work it out in my head. Mm-hmm. Anyway, when you got Shaniqua, and you got Bessie or Michelle, and you got Bing Dong Ding Dang, is it irresponsible or racist not to address the one that you understand favorably than the one you don't understand? Does that make sense?
I'm lost.
So, I know I took a long time to say. So if I got Shaniqua, Bessie, Shaolin, and Bing Bong Bong, am I wrong if I know when I see Shaniqua, I know what she about? Bessie, Shaolin, I already know what the fuck she is. Cause she just, we're doing, you know. And Bing Bong Bong, that bitch might be goddamn, you know, from whoever. So I choose to pick who I want to have. I pick who I want to deal with first. Does that make sense?
Yeah, in a way. But the way you saw that is allowing people of different ethnicities or different nationalities to have the same budgets and same exposure as European movies, as white movies, or as white commercial movies, American commercial movies, right? That's how you fix that. But what you don't do is just say, hey, you're going to just, what you're going to do is just put all these people in your movie. If I'm doing a movie about the Black Panther Party, I don't want you to tell me make some of the Panthers Asian.
Well, I guess the question is, do you make as much money as the rest of them?
So that wouldn't bother you if they said that?
If I did a Black Panther movie and they said make some of them, no, it would.
And you would do that? That's retarded.
Why?
Because the movie's not about that. It's about the black people protecting their neighborhoods from police brutality. So that doesn't tell the story when the Black Panther Party is Asian. No, it doesn't.
It does.
It's actually an inaccurate depiction.
No,
completely.
because the Black Panther Party wasn't about racial issues.
Yes, it was. Literally,
it was. It was about protecting our black neighborhoods.
Right.
But it wasn't the neighborhoods were only black. Other people. So if you moved into our black neighborhood, because we protect our neighborhoods. So you Asian people move into our neighborhoods, fine. We can protect your ass too.
If that's what happened, that's fine to depict that. That's not what happened. So what you're making me do
no,
is
what
do something
happened was
right.
What happened is that they destroyed the Black Panther Party and made them to be some goddamn radical killers. If the movement would have went on the way it was proposed to go, an Asian could be there.
Could be there, but they weren't. But they weren't there. So if I'm telling the story from the '60s, the actual happenings, and you're making me dilute the story, it's not an accurate depiction. And you're standing over me. And this is a slippery slope.
I would say, would it be a big deal? Because
by that measure,
Janelle Monáe was already over there in the Compton. She was over there in the spots already.
So what's that?
Janelle Monáe, you don't know who she is.
I know who she is.
Okay, the singer. Yeah, she was over there in Compton already.
So what does that mean? What does that do with the
Black
Panther Party?
So what I'm saying is that if you're talking about the Black Panther movement, or she was already over there anyway with her half white, her Asian mama and her black daddy. She was already over there.
I ain't talking about a person living in South Central Twain. I'm talking about Black Panther Party members.
What I was saying is that you said if the neighborhood has
if I'm
Asian,
casting Black Panther Party members,
right? Okay, Black Panther Party members. Okay, I'm listening. You said if you casting Black Panther Party members, then what?
You have no problem with them casting them as Asians and whatever else.
See, I wasn't thinking that. I was thinking if the outside cast.
I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about the principal cast. I mean, because the slippery slope. Because then all of a sudden you're going to have they'll do a movie 20 years from now where everybody's white. The Black Panther Party.
Well, hell, that shit already happened, though.
But do you have a problem with that?
Yes, I do.
That's my point. Don't hold my paintbrush. Allow me to paint myself. Just stop me if you feel like I'm being offensive.
So do you think that they're holding the paintbrush now?
White America?
Yes.
Oh, in entertainment?
Yes.
No. It's been overcome by wokeness. Wokeness is all in Hollywood. So now it doesn't matter what you're doing. No matter what story you're doing. We want everybody in there.
So now my question is, where are you falling in between that?
I don't agree with it.
You don't?
Absolutely not. And because when I tell a story, I want to tell my story. I don't want you to stand over me and tell me how to hold my paintbrush. I don't want to do it for you, and I want you to do it for me. But what I do want is inclusion. And by inclusion, I want more gay directors, more gay writers, more women writers, more women directors. That's what I want. And I want them to tell the story the way they want to tell it. I don't want to be sitting over here telling you how to tell your story. I don't want you over here telling me how to do my story. Okay. Inclusion means more people participating, not you standing over me telling me how to paint my damn painting. Okay,
well, now we on the same page now. I'm like, what the hell? I've been drinking. Shit, I don't know.
Yeah, you look a little happy right now.
I'm drunk as fuck right now. I'm gonna bring on Jordan Peterson because Jordan Peterson said alcoholism is a mental choice.
Boy, that's like saying addiction is a mental choice. A choice.
No, he said alcoholism.
Yeah,
and I kind of agree with him.
I think alcoholism is an addiction. I don't know if addiction is mental, true.
It's very mental.
But it's a weird kind of choice because your body kind of fights against you. Wouldn't you say? Like I know I'm addicted to sugar, and I know I shouldn't eat so much sugar. But you have this overwhelming, compelling feeling to eat it.
Well, I would say this. I would say from me being an alcoholic and a sugaraholic, it's different.
Is it?
I don't have the same appeal for my body for sugar as I do for alcohol. Sugar is rampant. Like, feed me, nigga, feed me. And I could get some sugar and be like, okay, I'm good.
Right.
Alcohol is more underlining. Like, I'm still here, nigga. I know, but I'll get you in a minute. But I'm just telling you,
Right.
You'll be so much better.
Right. Do you think it has to do with because people have social problems, like past
and that's where I go with Anderson Peterson. Like, maybe it is more mental than it is physiological. Because you look at the social dynamics, but a drunk ain't accepted in nobody's house. Then they go, goddamn, fuck you, bitch. Get the fuck out. Get the fuck out.
Who's the drunk in your family?
Me.
No way. You serious?
Yes.
Oh, wow. I didn't think about that.
I wasn't raised around. Nobody in my family drank. Nobody.
So it's just you?
Me. Well, and my cousins, we all grew up together drunk.
But you don't want to drink more than anybody. Because you said you're the drunk.
Yeah. I'm the ringleader.
You're the ringleader.
Everybody else behind me, yeah. They may drink more than me, but I influence them to drink.
Do you think you can stop drinking? Do you think you can stop drinking?
I can. Yes, I know I can. But it's do I want to?
And you don't.
And therein lies the problem. It's like, do I want to? That's why I said Jordan Peterson was saying that alcoholism is a mental disease, not a physical disease. I kind of agree with him. Because I did quit drinking for 10 years. No alcohol, 10 years. Then I said, when I started drinking, like, ooh, I sure missed this shit. Or I don't know.
We're in our 50s, man. We can't do this forever.
We ain't got much left. Shit.
We got less than 30 years.
Definitely. I'm a stretch. 53. Ooh, shit. Yeah, 30 years.
My mom died at 83. My dad died at 77. So if I fall anywhere in between there, I got less than 30 years.
Right. And my dad is 77, and he about damn near dead. My grandma died in 93. My mom, she's still alive at 73. So I'm looking the same thing like, nigga.
You can live longer than me on those odds.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Your grandmother's 90-something?
She dead. She died in 99.
But 99 is great.
Yeah, she died in 99.
And your mom is how old?
73.
Okay. Jury's still out.
Right. My dad is 77.
Right.
Yeah, jury's still out. He about to damn die. So.
Right. Well,
yeah.
Ain't looking good for me.
Huh?
My grandfather died in the 70s. And my mother's parents died in their 50s and 60s. Ain't looking good for me.
Well, you look good though. You might live longer. Cause I would sure hate for you to die before me. Cause I wouldn't know how to goddamn act.
Well, it'd be kind of hard to do the podcast.
Damn sure would, wouldn't it? Like this nigga gone. God damn it. And if I die before you, well hell.
I don't know.
You can put your kids in replace me.
No.
You could.
No. It just be over. Just be done.
I can't imagine you dying one. You gonna live to at least 90.
No, you just jinx it right there. I'm gonna die tomorrow.
You 50 now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I'm giving you 40 more years.
You know, I think humans actually get tired of this place as they get older.
I think we do as well.
Mm-hmm.
Well, again, if you're not functional,
Right.
and that's the problem.
Mm-hmm.
Once you no longer functional, who the fuck's gonna live anymore?
Right.
When I get, I already told my kids,
Mm-hmm.
when I ain't functional, give me that goddamn heroin shot. Look, it's like this. Can I pull my sleeve up? Oh shit, I'm drunk as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Get that hot shot.
Mm-hmm.
Put it right there.
You know, don't nobody love you gonna kill you. This is not gonna work.
My kids will kill me.
You got someone waiting to kill you. You know what you're saying?
No, they love me enough. They be like, "That's what Daddy said."
That's what Daddy said.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
My kids are what they call this shit again? We talk about it again. Stockholm syndrome.
Mm-hmm.
My kids are Stockholm syndrome. I bet they asked so goddamn much. They're like, "We love our daddy to death. If he say kill him,
yeah,
we gonna kill him."
None of my kids would kill me.
Why?
None of them.
Why?
I don't think they want that on their conscience.
Why?
Because they be killing their father.
But you never asked for it though.
No.
Well, I told them this is not a suggestion. It's a directive. When your daddy is incapacitated
Mm-hmm.
to where he pissing and shitting on himself and he ain't, kill him.
Right.
Thank you. From your daddy, I'm saying, please do it. Which one of y'all do it first?
Mm-hmm. I
I congratulate you. I love you to death. Do it first. So I think therein lies the difference. My baby ain't but 10 years old. So your baby is what?
Hell. Malik is 22.
Yeah. My baby is 10.
Right.
She getting the same knowledge as 30-year-olds all the way down.
Well, that being said, Malik would do it because Malik is crazy.
No, Malik ain't crazy.
Malik would be like, all right, that's what you want.
He's respecting your wishes.
Mm-hmm.
That's not crazy.
I don't think Malik will lose any sleep, is what I'm saying.
No, he wouldn't. Your ass is old.
Right.
And you're going to die.
Right. He's like, all right, cool. I think Naeem probably upset with him.
Why?
I don't know. You know, obviously, you killed Dad.
I don't think Naeem I think Naeem be like, well, I'm glad you did it. I didn't have to do it.
Mm-hmm.
No, I think might be upset if he's CJ. And maybe Tremont.
Nandi.
And Nandi, right.
Mm-hmm.
Why you kill Daddy? Because Daddy was still around and you didn't have to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
I mean, there's no point being around if you're blind. You can't change yourself. You can't walk. I see people walking to a grocery store and you're behind them and they're doing this thing and they're all arthritis. What is it called? With the bone decay and they're like all bent over.
I don't know.
Osteoporosis. And they're walking like this.
Yeah.
And almost when they're standing straight, looking at the ground.
Yeah.
That's the best they can do is this. This is standing up to them, and they're walking in like this. I don't want that. I don't want that at all. I look at that all the time and I say, I don't want that.
I don't want it.
Yeah. That's not.
Kill me.
That's not living.
No. No.
Wearing a diaper too? No, sir.
Man, when I put my dad's diaper on, that shit had me fucked up. We talk about that, but I ain't gonna talk about that. Yeah. That whole scenario got me fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's coming. It would say, was it once a man, twice a child?
Yes. Yeah, once a man, twice a child. That's bullshit. Anyway, the Wayne ass is gonna jump off a goddamn cliff. So you ain't gotta worry about it. I'm gonna jump off a goddamn cliff. Head first. Is the camera on? Is the camera
on? That's how you end it, huh?
If I pull back, it don't matter. I'm like, no, I don't want to. It
don't matter, right?
It don't matter.
You're done.
It don't matter.
That's
I'm going to the Grand Canyon.